Fox News alert. We were told Alex Pretti was just a peaceful nurse at the wrong place at the wrong time, delivering first aid to an injured protester. Well, we just obtained new video days before the shooting.
Newly released footage appears to show Alex Pretti in a tense encounter with federal immigration agents in Minneapolis on the 13th of January, about 11 days before he was fatally shot on the 24th of January. In this earlier clip, Pretti is seen approaching a government vehicle, kicking the taillight and confronting agents before officers push him to the ground. Additional reports from the incident indicate there was shouting, possible spitting, and damage to the vehicle, after which agents deployed chemical spray and left the scene. This earlier confrontation is now being closely examined as part of the broader events surrounding his later death and the protests that followed. Let us watch the full video and break down what this earlier encounter may explain.
Fox News alert. We were told Alex Pretti was just a peaceful nurse at the wrong place at the wrong time, delivering first aid to an injured protester. Well, we just obtained new video days before the shooting of a man who appears to be Pretti being not so peaceful. The Pretti family attorney and family members confirmed to the Minnesota Star-Tribune that the person in the video is Pretti. CNN reported that Pretti had a broken rib from an altercation with federal agents a week before his death. CNN claimed Pretti was just driving around minding his own business when he saw ICE agents chasing an immigrant family down the street. He went after them, jumped out of his car to help the family, then was tackled. Now, if this is the incident, it looks like CNN had bad sources. This video shows the individual with similar clothing and what looks and appears to be a handgun in the same place that it was at the time of the shooting, kicking the taillight out of a federal vehicle in the middle of an apprehension operation, and then violently resisting arrest. At one point, it even looks like he spits at the window of the ICE agent's vehicle. Homeland Security tells us the video's under investigation. This doesn't mean that his shooting a week later was justified. That's still under investigation. But it does paint a different picture of who Pretti was and the kind of violent attacks that ICE and Border Patrol have to deal with while they're arresting criminal aliens. The same thing happened with Renee Good. The media tells us she was just a random woman stuck in traffic after dropping her kid off at school. But later we learned she was a trained ICE Watch warrior out to cause trouble. Again, that doesn't mean she deserved to die. But the media is whipping people up with phony obituaries that don't tell the whole story. It's why Democrats running for office are flocking to Minneapolis for photo ops.
In a real sense, this is holy ground. Consecrated by blood spilled here. I had to be here to stand in the very place where this tragedy unfurled, not only for Alex Pretti, but for Renee Good, for George Floyd.
Was neighbors with Alex Pretti. Nathan, thank you so much for joining us. I'm sorry it's under these circumstances, but we really do appreciate your ability to come here and bear witness to the memory of your neighbor. Can you tell us
Thank you.
a little bit about who Alex Pretti was and how you learned about what happened yesterday?
Well, I'll tell you that it's difficult to listen to the things that preceded my appearance here because everybody that lives on this block knows that that's not the type of person that he was. He was a caring individual that just wanted to help people. He worked at the VA as a nurse, as I'm sure you all know. Seeing pictures from the recent National Night Out.
Sound from the neighbors I spoke with. I don't know if we have that yet. I don't have an IFB in my ear right now.
I think we can hear from some of those neighbors. Let's take that sound if we have it.
All I know is that he's oh my gosh. All I know is that he's been a good neighbor. I talk to him over the fence all the time. He walks his dog. He's a registered nurse. I don't know what else to say. It's senseless.
Lady whose name was Jeannie. She lives right next door to him, as you heard. She said this was a man she saw all the time, talked with over the fence. He was that kind of neighbor. And they were like adamant that there was no way he was out there looking to do harm to anyone. That is, a nurse, he was someone who was always looking to care and help.
Well, in some of the video, we see him potentially helping someone that was being dragged down to the ground by agents there. So, and we've seen these videos playing over and over again today. But to your point, a helper.
Yeah, that's exactly what we were being told by folks who live nearby. You know, his family, when we've reached out to them, hasn't been prepared to talk, and, you know, has kind of said no comment. As
you would understand.
At the end of the day, stories like this deserve more than headlines and quick reactions. We have seen how some media coverage focuses on one side of the narrative, while important details come out later. That is why I have said from the beginning it is better to wait for a full investigation before rushing to judgment. You can recognize someone's humanity, acknowledge the complexity of the situation, and still demand accountability and transparency. And to be clear, regardless of what we have seen, Alex Pretti did not deserve to be shot at that moment. Facts matter, context matters, and the truth deserves time. If you found this breakdown helpful, like the video, leave a comment with your thoughts, and subscribe for more reactions that focus on context instead of outrage.